Hi, everyone. I thought I would come up and talk a little bit um, tonight. I've definitely got something on my mind. During my last video, I was talking about issues in the news. It seems like I come back to issues in the news a lot, and I guess it does because I guess that's what I'm most concerned about. So, I'm not. I do read a lot, you could say, but it's mostly like video now. But I just wanted to tell you all that I just came back because from looking some stuff up about the withdrawal from Afghanistan that's happened. And well, what it is it happened about a month ago, the withdrawal. So that means the troops are on the way home. The withdrawal from Afghanistan of our troops from Afghanistan. I'll type that later. It just happened about a month ago. They got it complete about a month ago. So that means that there are going to be people. It means that soldiers are coming home. It means that some of our coming home soon. Some of them will be finished now. That they're back. Now that they're finished in Afghanistan, that Afghanistan is over. So some people will get to come home because of that. Will be coming home soon because of it. And that is good. Yeah, everyone from military families will, and people from military families will be able, if they weren't sent to another place. That happens too. But everyone will be getting a chance. Most everyone will be getting a chance soon to see their family and loved ones. Who are in the service, the military, soon. So that is good. So that is good. But there's a thing happening here in the USA. And I'm really mad. I'll tell you what it is. The insurrection and now Texas law number 8. here's the thing. That I'm mad about, and then I'll explain. Soldiers don't come home to their home country following the withdrawal from a war they were in another country to fight a war at home. Historically, we find this has only happened worldwide a few times through all of military history. And we find that it was found to be contrived. Each time. And it only happened not very much. Just a few times. Respectively speaking. Oops. Throughout all of all military history worldwide. Only happen a few times. And each time it was found to be done on purpose. Not or contrived, in other words. Right, by people in power to make a war. You could say. Soldiers come home to peace. We find when we study military history, we find that soldiers always come home to live out a peaceful life at home, no matter what country they are from, with so little exception worldwide through all of history. That's probably too many. That scholars marvel at this, with so little exception. At this, historically, with very little exception. Ever. At all. And every time this happened, it was found that people in power did it on purpose. It started a war. You could say. I'm still glad to see the soldiers. I'll still be glad to see the returning soldiers. And they'll be glad to be home too. So this thing that Texas did, I'll just reiterate a little. About Texas. Here's the thing about what happened when, the bottom line on that Texas abortion law is that it's a sexist issue now on top of it being a racist issue. And people really need to stop thinking that because it's directed at women, that it's a woman's issue alone. Because the truth is that men are the fathers of children, and they're also the ones that get women pregnant. So ultimately, the law here in the United States, it means that if you have a biological child or otherwise, like, because if you're married to your wife, she gets pregnant, has a baby, it's assumed that that's your child, unless you decide to say, no, I need a paternity test or something to your wife, which is like, so you can understand. But men are the ones ultimately in the law that is responsible financially for any shortfall, no matter what, no matter if they're married or not, no matter if the baby's mom has a job and pays for the kid, pays her share, supports the child, spends everything, because people do that, you know, if they're divorced or never got married, or, whether they live together or not. Sometimes they do. But ultimately, whatever happens to your kid, you're the one, number one, that's going to pay the child support. Okay. Across the board. And if anything should happen to them, like say they got hurt really bad and racked up like huge medical bills over something that happened, or maybe they was just sick or something, those hospital bills that went unpaid, between your insurance, her insurance, and state insurance for the child and all the help you could get, if there were bills that went unpaid, at the end, the father's name is the one that goes in the Bureau of Collections on something like that. And as far as child support goes, child support. I mean, the state, they can take your driver's license, they can attach and garnish your wages, they can they can even put you in jail. Until you pay. Okay. So men need to stop. Men need to stop believing this is just a sexist issue against women. Now, I know there are some left-wing women out there that are there are left-wing women out there that don't get it either. But seriously. Okay, men are the ones who have the least say in things until the baby gets here anyway. Now this. But here's what I'm really mad at. They used a shadow docket, a shadow and in doing so, used the Texas court authority the wrong way to overturn a federal law. And this has damaged courts in Texas, the court officers in Texas, like law enforcement. There is more limits automatically on what a cop could do to help you. Or a counselor. What if you were being human sex trafficked from another place in Texas now, and don't know nobody? Who's gonna help you? You can't even get medical care for the pregnancy you were stuck with. And help you get away from the people who keep selling you into sex slavery. And they use the court's power the wrong way to effectively overturn a federal law. One that has everything to do with human trafficking, human sex trafficking, and child human sex trafficking. 14-year-olds can get pregnant. And they can get women pregnant too. Some can already. I mean, but right now, I'm so pissed that you know, soldiers don't come home to fight a war at home. It's more than how do you say more than sus without saying more than sus? Like, anyway, I have more reasons, but I'll read a poem now. Maybe later when I get done brooding about it, I'll talk more about why that is. All right, I'll read a poem. This is a poem by Ray A. Youngbear. It's called Wadasa Nakamun, Vietnam Memorial. Last night, when the yellow moon of November broke through the last line of turbulent Midwestern clouds, a lone frog announced the premature spring floods. Veterans Day. And it was sore throat weather. In reality, the invisible musician reminded me of my own doubt. The knowledge that my grandfathers were singers as well as composers, one of whom felt the simple utterance of a vowel made for the start of a melody, did not produce the necessary memory or feeling to make a Wadasa Nakamun veteran song. All I could think of was the absence of my name on a distant black rock. Without this monument, I felt I would not be here. For a moment, I questioned why I had to immerse myself in country controversy and guilt. But I wanted to honor them. Surely the song they presently listened to along with my grandfather's was the ethereal kind, which did not stop. Welcome home, troops. Bye.